If you're a Sonic fan, you've probably come to expect the unexpected, but did you know that there are entire worlds of Sonic that never made it out of development? These failed Sonic games are a peek into a universe where Sonic's future was much more experimental. So join me today as I take a look at some of the Sonic games that could have been. If there's one unreleased Sonic game that is now the stuff of legend, it would be Sonic X-treme. Its development struggles and eventual cancellation have created a mythology of all their own. Sonic X-treme was intended to be the Sonic series' first foray to true 3D gameplay. In contrast to Mario 64's open world dynamic, Sonic X-treme was going to introduce a very unique fisheye camera.
You don't say.
Sonic X-treme suffered from development hell, which ultimately led to the project being scrapped.
Bye, have a great time.
Before Sonic Heroes ever existed, Sega were considering a completely different direction for Sonic, a team concept. The idea known as Sonic Mars envisioned Sonic as the leader of a group of intergalactic heroes, a bit like Power Rangers in space. It was going to be an action-adventure game that was going to mix Sonic's speedy style with cooperative gaming dynamics.
Huh, neat.
Still though, you can almost see the seeds of Sonic Heroes in this concept, which eventually would grace the world of gaming. In fact, you need to check out my video on that absolute classic.
Excellent!
Before the Chaotix game or the Sonic Heroes team-based mechanic, there was Sonic Crackers. Sonic Crackers was a co-op prototype that showed off a tether-based gameplay mechanic where Sonic and Tails would literally be tied together in a physical bond. While Sonic Crackers never saw a full release, its ideas eventually made its way into other Sonic titles, especially if you know where to look.
You're goddamn right.
Now, believe it or not, before Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, there was a much earlier attempt to make Sonic an RPG hero. Sonic RPG would have introduced a new form of gameplay for the Blue Blur, a classic turn-based RPG adventure that would be filled with character growth and deep storylines and a lot of level grinding. However, the project was eventually scrapped, primarily due to a lack of faith from Sega. There were concerns that Sonic didn't belong in the RPG genre, and that the formula didn't align with the series' identity. It's one of the great what could have been moments in the world of gaming. But eventually we did get Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood, which is a fantastic RPG to play. Now, in the 90s, sports games were massive, but what if Sonic had entered the arena? The concept was Sonic Stadium, but much like Sonic Mars' concept, Sonic Stadium was scrapped due to a shifting priorities within Sega. The world of Sonic Stadium was never fully realised, but all the concept and all the ideas would eventually make its way to a certain Olympic series that both had Mario and Sonic and all the other characters going up against one another in different sporting events. Now, what do all these cancelled Sonic games have in common? They represent the lost opportunities and creative risks that could have led to a very different Sonic universe. Some of these concepts were way ahead of their time, while others simply couldn't survive the tough realities of the video game industry. These failed Sonic ideas may have been scrapped, but their legacy lives on as an exciting glimpse into the bold possibilities for Sonic's future. And sadly, this is also the end of the summer of Sonic for this year. But what a wild ride it's been. But anyway, come back next time where the cartoon guy takes a look at some of the greatest cartoons that came from the world of gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.